Yo, what's poppin', guys? Sizzle here. Welcome back to another episode of How's the HUD? And in this video, we're going to be taking a look at rayshud by popular YouTuber Raysfire. Apparently, he made a TF2 HUD before he became a big Mario Maker guy. At least that's what I know him as. I actually do watch his content. And funnily enough, I didn't know he made this HUD until, I don't know, 5-10 minutes ago. Kind of like got jump scared by the fact that Raysfire made his own HUD and that it's like really popular apparently. I'd heard the name rayshud before, but I never put two and two together. Either way, looking around the menu, super clean menu, super nice blue background. I mean, not really like the craziest TF2 vibe, but also just a very solid menu. Hard to go wrong with that. We still got the coin. It's always worth pointing that out. Mid-mode toggle, I'm assuming. What could that be for? It's like HUD mid-mode. I don't really like HUD mid-modes. That's a weird toggle to have, but fair enough. Guess that's something you personally put in there, whatever. The options right there, pretty straightforward. Workshop, items, and Manico. It's like most of what anyone will ever have to click. The backpack, pretty nice looking. We got the clearly items, taunts, red and blue, nice and separated. Nice and together. I actually really like the font used on R and B for red and blue. I think that looks super neat. Yeah, that coin changed to blue. I wonder why it did that. Was it blue before? Am I blue level now? I kind of forgot. I thought it was red level though, so I don't know about that. Yeah, backpack wise, doesn't look like anything really happened, especially here, other than the text here being an interesting color, so that any empty page is basically invisible unless you click on it. I don't really like that. That doesn't look super nice in my opinion. Yeah, pretty standard backpack stuff here, nothing special going on there. We got home server, HUD options, chat on and off, captions on and off. That's really nice to have as a toggle. That's not a natively available toggle for those curious, so that is actually pretty cool. I'm going to turn captions on. I normally actually use captions in whatever HUD I use at the moment. It's pretty easy to mod in captions and however you want them. But I'm not using it generally for this series unless it's provided like this, because it would kind of be unfair to expect most HUD creators to have working captions. And it would make them look a lot worse than they are if they weren't intended to be used with them. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Match HUD on and off, neck ref on and off, fix visual issues and sound issues. This is really big to have. There's some visual issues where sometimes players will turn invisible, or sometimes where the sound will just get super fucked up, and I'm assuming this does the right console commands of like record and stop, and then whatever the sound fix is. Nice to have that tied to buttons. That is actually really sick. Got the classic message of the day, and like everything else is all together up here. Pretty neat main menu. The find a game thing uses the exact find a game thing as in Flaw HUD. I'm wondering if Flaw HUD took it from here, or if this took it from Flaw HUD. I'm not sure either way. But like I mentioned, when I saw this for the first time in Flaw HUD, this is sick. Unfortunately, no like text here. Flaw HUD had a thing in the bottom left here that said Flaw HUD. rayshud does not say rayshud on the bottom left here, which is, it's a little bit too much empty space for my liking, but really nice either way. I do love these 4 buttons as like a menu. It's so sick. Like whatever my final HUD will be, will have something that either is this if I'm allowed to use it, or if I'm not allowed to use it, I'll make it myself and make it a little bit custom and similar and heavily inspired by that, because it's clean. It's such a clean, cool thing. Yeah, unfortunately loading screens here, nothing going on with them, just the map name and the game mode type, frontier payload. We got the really big thing. I guess rayshud and Flaw HUD are probably inspired by each other, but Flaw HUD had the characters and stuff on the right, rayshud has it on the left, and has the characters on top, with the classes listed below them, which is kinda interesting. Yeah. Charge meter, it's really hard to read the word charge unless you have like a particularly dark background. Like maybe I have something weird going on, but I have a very hard time reading charge, like here for example. I can't really read the meter for charge meter. The functioning HUDs are sick though. I have them set up a bit differently whenever I have HUDs, but this is really cool. They're all like color coded based on the class, right? Heavy is like orange, Demoman's a different orange, Soldier is pink, Pyro is red, Medic yellow. Like that's sick. I like the multicolored ammo and like the general simplicity of the raw HUD here. We got the streak in heads, the simple numbers as well. Right, the ammo is in a really nice place, as I've mentioned 3 times now, because I'm just realizing that I joined a game that ended as I joined it. And we'll talk about it more in 1 second. No way I joined 2 back-to-back games. Okay, looks like I wasn't joining in at the end of the map, but yeah. Anyway, tab menu, pretty straightforward. I kind of don't like that it touches the bottom of the screen. I don't know why, I just personally don't. I have all the info in the top left there. Servers and stuff. Looking at people. Can I see this guy's health? How am I supposed to see other people's health? You can't see other people's health, it seems. That's a pretty big flaw in this HUD. Seeing your teammates' health, or especially if it's like looking at your medic's health or something, is a pretty big, valuable thing to have. Do you at least see it when you're on medic? No, you just have to, guess, I guess. Maybe something broke or something, but it looks like you literally just have to guess that your sniper or whatever's on low health, or you have to look at the top, assume which person they are, and then guess their health from there. Yeah, the Uber meter, the health meter, everything else, super clean. The subtitles thing is so sick, so well done. The color coding on that's insane. I'll probably rip the subtitles from this for whatever HUD I end up using, because I do like the colors they put on all that. What else we got? The engineer menu, I guess I can't show off yet, but it looks like the pretty standard, sleek building menu where there's no background. It's all very simple, yeah. I do like these colors though. Like in my own thing at Toon HUD, I had colors that were very similar to the colors they have on the ammo and the reserve ammo there. I'm not sure if it's something I'll have in my final HUD, but I definitely did like that stylistically for a while, and I still kinda do. I do like how big everything in this HUD is. Like the text is like super readable, like 90% of the time. Like I can always, no matter what I'm trying to look at, it's so big. Like, you know, I look at my teammate, their name is massive on my screen. It's way bigger than it feels like in any other HUD. That's a really big bonus of this. Pyro. 2 close. Yeah, I guess you could say it was a little too close. Okay. But yeah, otherwise, the top's pretty standard. You got like, you can see health bars, but they're all only green. Right, we don't have the multicolored health bars of Bud HUD. That seriously, I don't know if I'm gonna get over that feature. Like, we're gonna be on episode 95 and be like, yeah, this one doesn't have the multicolored health bars that Bud HUD had. Because it's such a cool feature, man. But yeah, the mute players and stuff get put up to the right, which is pretty interesting. I guess it'd be kind of weird to put it here, but that is a little out of the way, a little bit unfortunate. Like, unless you knew where to look for it, I feel like to a newer player, that's really unintuitive where that is. But yeah, pretty clean stuff overall. Semi-minimalist HUD, everything's all nice and central. Outside of like the subtitles, you have no real reason to look at the edge of your screen. The subtitles toggle is super nice. Like having toggles like that is big. I like that a lot of these more popular HUDs, which are the ones I'm reviewing in the early episodes, a lot of them have things like HUD toggles built in. So like you don't have to go and mess with config files or learn how to code or whatever. You can literally just hit a button and it will change the thing in-game for you. Like that is super nice. Guess I'm gonna be on cart. I also like the green overhealth with the little white flashing thing for when you're overhealing. Let's see what happens if you're under health. Maybe you got the flashing red for when you have less health, and the text changes to orange to like emphasize it. That's some just very solid low and high health color coding. I like the look of that personally. But yeah, we got the text chat in the top left, really far out of the way. We have I hit my kill button by accident, because I'm just built like that. I was gonna say we have like the text menu up on the left, which is very true. That's a pretty nice place to have it. The taunt menu at the bottom is completely fine by me. I just don't like I don't know. Only thing I don't like about this HUD so far, first off, when I look at people, no way to see teammates' health is a problem. I genuinely think that's an issue. Stock TF2, as bad as it is to try and figure out what health your teammates are on, they at least attempt to show it to you. And better, really, really nice HUDs generally show it to you very easily. But this HUD just doesn't. You just don't get to know what your teammate's health's at, unless it's a medic healing you specifically, which has its own sub-menu, as medics do. But only one of the medics. You don't get to know what the other medic's health is at. The carrying stuff being the bottom right. I guess the spectate menu is also a point to notice. You can see people's health on the spectate menu, though, which has me confused. I feel like something must be wrong. Maybe it conflicts with... I don't even know what it could conflict with, though. I don't have any other HUDs or anything installed. I just can't see people's health. Like, it's just not there unless I'm in spectate, which is weird. That doesn't seem like something that this HUD would have, but maybe it just does. Yeah, the captions and the caption toggler is super sick. The nice colored ammo and reserve ammo, I personally like. It helps differentiate the two, like, at a glance. When I'm looking for my ammo, I just look for the green. When I'm looking for reserves, I look for the light blue. When I'm looking for health, I look for the white. Right, very, very simple. The low and high health animations are very clean and simple and nice. This HUD is not, like, overdone. There's not too many things on screen. I can see very clearly what I'm going to be shooting at and pretty much nothing else. Right, you have the health, you have the ammo, you have the kill streak, like, just central. And everything else is either non-existent or very far out of the way. Like, the player model in the bottom right is pretty much invisible as far as I'm concerned. Which is how it should be. It shouldn't be like a major focus of your HUD unless you want it to be. Like in the case of Middleman HUD, where that was like half of the design, and it does look really sick in that HUD, to be fair. Yeah, weird that, first off, the payload and the health thing, that was a problem in another HUD, the overlapping spectator like name and health and the payload UI. Happened in this HUD too, unfortunately. And yeah, custom little end screen as well. That's a nice black color instead of being team coded. Honestly, looks pretty good. Yeah, overall, solid looking HUD, very nice options. I don't like the little tab menu, the way it reaches the bottom, but other than that, I like pretty much everything else this HUD's got going on. The only problem for other people would be maybe the raw simplicity of it, and that the main menu wasn't a very TF2 designed menu, if that makes sense. Also, the loading screens. The loading screens were just the same blue texture that the main menu had, and the main menu just had, like, a striped blue texture on it. So that's like the only real points of contention, the only real downsides of anything. The character select menu is pretty decent, all things considered. And that's pretty much all there is to say about this. And also, yeah, weird changes in, like, weird color on the charge meter. It's really, really hard to see that meter. Yeah, that's I don't like the others to talk about. And overall, gonna give this HUD probably a solid 5 out of 5. I feel like it's got the nice accessibility options, it's got everything in the right places, it's got decent color coding here and there. It has one or two things I don't like this background on the main, like the background on the main menu, and then the fact that it's touched the bottom. But everything else about it seems pretty nice and very, very, very hard to go wrong with. I feel like I feel like you have to look for a reason to hate this, right? There's like nothing that immediately stands out, nothing that's like immediately noticeable that makes this HUD bad. And there's a lot of things that you can instantly see that you could like about it or think makes it good. But yeah, with that being said, hope y'all enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.